Guys, here is a similar triangles problem. Use similar triangles. This is probably the hardest skill people have struggled with on the Khan Academy assignments. So here we go. In the diagram below, ray dr let me make this a little wider. Ray dr is right here. Okay, there's dr. Is perpendicular to segment OP. Where's OP? OP is right here. Okay, so we can see that those are indeed perpendicular. Let me rewrite this one. I went too far. Okay, so we can see that those are perpendicular. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to erase these marks, by the way, these two blue ones. That means that this angle and this angle are 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase those, but that's basically what that means, that ray dr is perpendicular to segment OP, right? So it gives us that these two angles are congruent, right? So it would make sense that these other two angles are congruent right here, that this angle is congruent to this angle. Think about that. If this plus this equals 90, so if this angle and this angle equals 90, they would have to equal the same thing, wouldn't they? Since this angle is the same as this angle, right? So think about that. If you subtracted, I don't know, let's just say that let's say this was 40. If this is 40, this has to be 40, right? Well, we know that the whole thing's 90, so if this is 40, this would have to be 50. So would this over here. This angle would also have to be 50. So it doesn't matter what you put in here. Let's just say it's 35. If this is 35, this one has to be 55. If this one's 35, this one has to be 55. So you're going to see there that those will indeed always be congruent. Okay. All right. So cool. All right. So what that does for me now, that helps me to see that I have two similar triangles. Okay. So for instance, let's go ahead and draw the two similar triangles. Let's just draw DP. I'm going to draw triangle DPA over here. Okay. DPA. Okay. This triangle, or that angle, is got the two marks on it, right? So this is DPA. I know that PA right here is 4.5. And I know that DP is 3.75, right? And what's my other triangle that's similar? My other triangle that's similar is, I'm going to use the highlighter to highlight it. Do you know what triangle is similar to triangle DPA? Well, it's triangle. It's this triangle right here, okay? Right? They both have two congruent angles. They both have a 90-degree angle, and they both have the angle with the two marks on it there, the two angle marks. So those two triangles are similar, okay? Got it? What I'm going to do now I'm going to go ahead and draw triangle DMU over here. I'm going to reflect it. Okay. It's going to look like a reflection of itself. Okay. Boom. So if I were to flip it, right, that would put D right here. It's going to look ugly too. It's not going to look the same here. I'm just going to let it be ugly, okay? We're going to accept it like it is. So DMU. I just flipped it. Do you see that? So this angle is 90 degrees, right? Now let's see. Well, what do I know about DM? DM is 10, equals 10, okay? And what we're looking for, I believe, it says find the area of triangle DUO, if you look at the question down here, right? And we know that the area of a triangle equals 1/2 times its base times its height, right? So we're looking for the area of triangle DUO, and we know that the base of DUO is so the base of DUO is right here, right? It goes from here to here, right? And what's that length? It's just 4 plus 10. That's the base of triangle DUO. So that's just 14, okay? So what do I need for triangle DUO? I need its height, and that's this right here, okay? That's MU, right? I need that height. And how do I get that height? Well, guess what? That height is on this triangle over here. Okay. All right. So see how I put that H in over here, right? So now we just need to solve this, and we have our two similar triangles, don't we? Okay. So I can make um, a ratio, right? I can compare my corresponding sides. 3.75 is to 10 as 4.5 is to h. And I need to solve for h for my height. Okay? So I'm gonna cross multiply here, and I'm gonna get 3.75 equals 4.5 times 10 is 45. What did I forget? What did Mr. Blazy forget, kids? He forgot his H. 3.75 H equals 45. And then now we're going to divide both sides by 3.75. 3.75. And how many times does 3.75 go into 45? Raise your hand if you have the answer. 12 times. Okay, so H equals 12. So this is 12. H is 12. Boom. Okay, cool beans. H equals 12. And then now we're going to plug back into our original equation. So I'm going to work up the page a little bit here. A equals 1/2 times base times height. What does that equal? Well, 1/2 of 14 is 7 times 12 is 84 units squared. And boom. And I hope that helped. I hope that explained it well. And have a wonderful day. And check the quote of the day out. I'm going to put one up every day for the rest of the year. You heard it here. Okay? All right.